Oh, you guys want a gag? No gags today. Just going out fishing. We have some concert footage from a festival I played. Yep, got that. But no zany stuff happening today. Oh, that. You might think that that is Godzilla, but that is incorrect. Godzilla is a Toho property, and they take copyright infringement on that very seriously. That is the generic knockoff named Bruce Thorne. Believe it or not, if he does that to a few more stores, he gets a $12.85 million severance pay for being incompetent. And that's awesome. Hi, my name's Jake. I play saxophone, tour around the country, occasionally play bass, occasionally make and sell some music, and what's that other thing? Oh yeah, I also really love fishing. So my girlfriend's on a wedding. Oh, I'm sorry, a birthday party. Um, just singing for that. So I drove all the way out to her, with her to Connellsville, PA, and happened to find this little spot. So I've got a couple hours before I head back there. So left my big SD cards at home, so I only have my emergency one I keep in my wallet. 2.5 hours should be good enough though. I actually just had a bass jump right out at me on the peninsula point here, so should be interesting. It is called Jacob's Creek after all. Tie on a neb worm to a fluorocarbon leader. Calling it a hunch, but I think that the 30-pound braid is not worked out in my favor in terms of visibility. So we're going to experiment. So there's a lot of weed piles, or plants anyway, to the left of me. That bass came out right around here. And we're going to have to reset the tensioner right about there. That should work. I could back off the brakes probably a little bit. Glad I caught that. Just caught a rock the other day on the dam. Got the hook out, still sharp, but it got bent up pretty good. There we go. About halfway. There we go. There's a school of panfish, and that's what all that bubbling is. Eventually you get a bass that just goes in for the kill. Got him. Oh, did he spit it? He spat it. Little one. But that's the idea. That was not the one that jumped, though. And sometimes you just gotta, people like hearing themselves talk. He was screaming off in the distance and then heard someone swearing back at him from the echo. I was going to go fight him I guess. I don't know. Geese are weird. Yeah, this place is a genuine gem. I'll definitely be back. Get more familiar with it, but what a pretty place. Good job, PA Fish Commission and Game Commission. I was leaving. Oh, I think I just missed him. Saw a little fox in the middle of the road. Don't see those too often. Ha! Came back. Shot through the woods. Circle around. He was curious about me. Got you that time. You're on candid camera. So I just set up 3 PAs for a wedding my girlfriend is playing. They needed 3 separate audio systems, one for the official proceedings of the wedding, just for vocals, another for cocktail hour, basically just playing music through it, and then one for the actual band itself. So I got done with that, and I was in the neighborhood of Raccoon State Park. I haven't been down here since I was a kid, and I never fished it, so we're going to check out the lake, see what it's all about today. I'm going to be mostly mobile. One camera on me, a light setup, just to kind of explore and look for some bass.
Hey, you think where the lodge is? Like how you get to it?
The lodge.
This road right here, we've taken it twice. We're like, okay.
Yeah, that takes you right down to the boat ramp, right?
Yeah, right.
Let's take a look.
We've got the map too, and we're like, it just keeps bringing us like right here.
Let's see.
Not like we have anything else better to do around, but you guys will.
And it's not listed on the, I see the map where it's...
Oh, there's somebody behind us.
If you just want to pull over, I'll take a look. There's a damn lakeside lodge.
And we were over in the mineral. We had hiked over there, and then we came back, and we've been in this area for half hour.
You know what? That's what it does look like. T457. So it's going to split apart. You're going to turn around. We're right here. So if you keep taking that, you're going to go around the lake. And when you come around the second bend, it should be on the right-hand side.
Okay, we'll do it again. We've gone all the way to the end of the road where it was like the main road, and we came back and we're like, okay, this is silly.
It looks like once you get to the parking lot, it breaks down into like maybe a smaller road. But that's your marker right there. You'll have the North Boat Ramp, little parking lot right there, and just keep going straight. It'll take you around the bend.
Okay.
Appreciate you.
Okay.
Yeah, no problem.
Thanks. All right. We're going to find this dang thing.
Have a good one.
Thanks.
Well, Saturday on Memorial Day weekend, it's busy. What? The outflow looks kind of slow. So we're going to check that out. Maybe. Might be a reason for it being slow. Yeah, that's kind of steep. If I were to take a guess, you can't fish it.
Yeah, it's too steep to stand on, that's for sure. Kind of looks mucky. Seeing if there's any signs of life in here. None that I can see.
Well, back to the top with super speed. So I was kind of surprised by how shallow the dam end is here and by how little flow there is. The other thing that was surprising were how cool the people were here.
How you doing? Oh yeah. Whew. Catch my breath after climbing up that stupid hill. No, I just first time here.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, checked out the spillway and seeing what's going on.
That spillway is all dried up now. It used to run quite a bit.
Oh yeah.
Especially during the 80s.
Okay.
And my wife and I, we've been coming up here. We've camped up here. We normally bring kids up. We got campsites and they've enjoyed it, man. Truly.
Oh, right on.
Are you from Pittsburgh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I work in bands. My girlfriend works in wedding bands. We have one up at by Settlers Ridge, so I had to set up 3 PAs, then have 6 hours just to kill and check out the scenery.
All right.
Whew. Mind if I fish it like around here? Anything biting? Oh, cool. Okay. Looks like there's a tree right there, so they're probably all just chilling right under there. Tricky part is not to catch the tree. You too. Really nice thing about a boat, you can cast towards shore, back out. All the trees that fall off, they're kind of forked like this, so you can cast right in there and not worry about getting snagged. When you're on shore, you have the opposite problem, casting back and getting stuck right in between 2 branches.
At this point, you may notice the planes coming in at regular intervals. That's due to the fact that Raccoon is only a few miles away from the runway of Pittsburgh International Airport. It's actually kind of cool watching these big jumbo jets landing as you're fishing.
Oh, do you go to Carnegie?
Yeah.
Carnegie Lake? Pick up a couple of these.
Wait, I think
KVD Bitsy minnows?
Oh. Kind of wonky. They got like 2 hooks there.
Yeah.
Oh, so you just like, okay, you just connect it right there.
Yep.
You just let it slowly swim across?
Just wind it back in. They think it's a little minnow, and that particular Keller, that's called Sexy Shad, but that type works the best.
I actually got a couple of rubber shots, I think. So I don't
Okay.
know if those work the same, though.
These
I have the-
crank automatically, and they have a rattle in them, which makes a little bit more noise.
So they like that.
Yeah. That's why we're going to do this.
That's something.
Just bluegill. Guy was fishing down here right when I got here. He was just using night crawlers, letting them ride to the bottom. He caught a gill and a carp of all things. Oh, they'll go after living things occasionally. Anything they could smell. I usually just use dough ball for them. He didn't say. Not up here. If he was pulling it in with what he had and no catch net, I'd guess about 4 to 6 pounds. Compared to any bass, oh yeah. You go down to the river, you can find 20 pounders just floating down there. They'll go after anything they deem as food.
Which access point do you use for that?
Actually, right behind PNC Park works great for them.
Really?
Yep.
Do you just use live bait or this?
Dough ball. Just what I like using is that corn flour that they use to make tortillas because it packs tighter. I'll boil some Jell-O, usually strawberry, then throw that in and just add some other stuff like corn. Vegan soy sauce works good. It's straight amino acids.
Really?
That stuff all floats out. That's what they're looking for.
It's like protein.
Yeah. So in the case of carp, their whiskers sense it. In the case of a catfish, their entire body senses it. Channel cats, anyway, flatheads like hunting.
Because I know I was down in Ocean City ways ago, and there's a guy who told me that he uses freezer shrimp,
Yeah, that'll work.
5 shrimp,
Or
calls it out in the morning.
or cheap hot dogs. Take Kool-Aid powder, dip them in there.
Kool-Aid powder.
Yeah, just mix them in a little Ziploc bag.
I might actually try that.
You'll get gar going after that too.
Gar down in our river.
Oh, they're everywhere in the rivers. Now they're hard to hook into. I did happen to catch one with a circle hook. He bit so hard into it, it went through his beak. One problem about them, they're slimy, they're armored, and they could actually breathe out of water. So the longer you're keeping it out, the more ticked off it's getting with those little needle teeth. That was fun. As intimidating as they look, they're not really the greatest fighters though. It's like hooking into a big worm, just pulling it in. You barely even feel them. Yeah. They're good for destroying soft plastic baits though. Not a thing.
Same here. The spoon got some big fish that was like 5 pounds and it was like trapped in the reservoir.
No shot, really?
I mean, they didn't catch it,
Oh, yeah.
but they caught it with the net and moved it.
It was everywhere. Oh, hello. A fish.
Well, it was a bass. Probably gut hooked them. It's one thing, if you ever gut hook them, if you can't get that hook out, cut the line. Eventually the hook dissolves and they'll spit it out just like they would a bony fish.
Oh, you just cut the line.
Yep.
Using a metal hook?
Yeah. The hooks are designed to dissolve in water.
Oh.
So it might take a few days, but he'll be able to survive with it in there
Right.
until eventually he'll spit it out. When you rip it like that, it screws up their stomach lining and swim bladder. So then they can't orient themselves and they just die.
So I throw this to the bottom and then just bounce it around?
Yep.
That fish. Okay.
In hotter summer days, the slower you move it, it actually works better. Like you could bang it around just like that.
Around, I guess.
It's just bouncing around like it's swimming, dying on the bottom. Fish will see that, then just suck it right up. Or you'll catch a ton of algae. One or the other.
Thanks for telling me after, I guess. No,
Well, with that type of jig head, though, if it just the act of planting it down there, you still might get a reaction strike if there's something hiding in there.
That's gotta go after anything, right?
Oh yeah, if it fits in their mouth, especially, yeah, I guess largemouths should be starting their spawn right now. If anything gets near that nest, I've seen dead bluegill, smaller bass, snakes, anything that's alive that they think is a threat, they'll kill. Not even eat, just get rid of it. But yeah, they will swallow whole snakes. Smaller ones, probably about that long.
I didn't even kill a snake if I didn't cut it in half.
Just keep attacking it. They got enough strength to do it. Those snakes, most of them can't breathe underwater. They could hold their breath for a long time, so they just kind of hold it under for a while till it stops moving.
They know how to do that?
Oh yeah. Not hard for them to understand. This thing is moving, it's a threat. It stopped moving. Okay, we could let go of it now. Right on. Oh, no problem. Can't wait here and see if anything comes to me. Look, he jumped right up in front of it.
Slow motion.
There's the big one. He just splashed right there.
More slow motion. Fish jumping action.
Yeah, we'll definitely go check out those spots. I think our next step is probably going to be Carnegie.
I actually have a YouTube channel. It's Jake Loves Fishing. I have from about a year ago. I sent some cameras down there and everything. So.
You got videos of the locations?
Yep.
Hang on. I want this. Jake. Hold up, I gotta type it. Loves fishing. Is this you?
That is me.
Hey, what's up? Don't break you.
Right on.
Thank you, man.
No problem.
I will definitely check these out.
So, as day turned into night, it was pretty decent for the trout fishermen, particularly along the right side of the dam here. Left side, it was a lot slower. It's very thick weeds and very shallow, probably no more than 4 feet at max. So that makes fishing kind of tricky. Seemed like all the fish were just beyond casting distance. I saw the occasional bluegill getting pulled out. Guy at the spot before me caught a carp. But other than that, pretty slow. Definitely not the bass haven I was partially expecting it to be. But once again, the trout, yeah, they seem to be hitting pretty well.
You know what? I got an idea. If I could get this in. Jeez. Going for the bobber. I finally caught. Not pretty, but I will take it today. Look at that. I was actually going for something else, bro. Idea was I wanted to hook into the bobber. Then use that as a means of getting it out there further. Whew. Did a good number on you. I might have to grab my pliers. One out. And there we go. Pretty little gill. Now let's see if I can get that bobber again. Fishing for bobbers. That's the type of day it's been. Okay. Little by little. What am I doing? I think, nope. If I had a 6'6", that would work, but not a 5 foot. Come on. Surprisingly tricky. I'm trying to pull it in just a couple inches. There we go. This is a new one for me. Never fished for tackle quite like this. There we go. Got it. Swing it back over this way. Got it. Cool. Now, 2 there. I like free tackle. Okay. So, it's dark, but it's a nice place. There's a lot of silt, especially over by the dam side. So it is what it is. I think the key word here is finesse rigs, because you have more bluegill than anything else. It seems like there are a fair amount of trout. I was watching guys pulling them in with look like just trout bait. So that's that. If you come out here, expect a lot of panfish. Smaller baits are going to work better for you. Live worms will catch carp if you can find them. So that's that.
Later.
So I was walking down to this little mud hole access point to the creek, and one of the staff members said, hey, if you go behind the stage, there's a real nice access point, a little bit of a hidden trail grown in at this point. So got halfway down here, was filming it, and my SD card failed. There was an error in that, so I had to pop it in my phone, delete all the files. Fortunately, there was nothing on that. I just deleted it last night, so that should stop our problems, though. Sometimes it's an overlap folder that just causes an error whenever the camera's trying to film to the location. So starting from scratch, it reformatted the card as it saw fit. So let's find this creek.
Or it said, no, I still don't want to work, so I'm gonna have to take a look at that particular card in this camera later. So I got 1 hour of filming left on this other SD card I happen to carry around on me. So we'll see how that works out. Okay, so situation being, it's a lot of trees to the access points I have right now. This creek is dry as a bone. We haven't had much rain for the past probably about 2 weeks now. So everything, river levels, rain levels, or river levels, lake levels, everything's pretty shallow right now. That's the bad news. Good news is the fish get a lot more desperate in that situation. Won't bite anything. Now he is saying that there's usually a whole bunch of bass down here. I see what area he is talking about, but it's totally dried right now. So this situation trout magnet's probably going to work best. If I could, prevent from getting hung up in all this tree cover. Oh boy. See if we can get around this, because this is going to be impossible to cast. Squat fishing. Oh boy. Yeah, this ain't gonna work.
Later.
Good thing about the creeks being this dry, it really forces the entire ecosystem into certain locations. In this case, bends and hopefully bridges. I'm going with the trout magnet because I've actually had good luck with them in these environments before. Looks like an insect falling out of a tree, brightly colored enough to get through that murk. I commit myself here. I want to check out the other side. Yeah, the other side's a lot cleaner. First spot I was looking at, the reason why the dude told me to check out the path in the woods was because apparently there's an angry beaver that's been chasing people out of that area. Yeah, there's a big pool right here. This type of situation, I like using the trout magnet as almost like a swim bait. Caught something. Little bass. How about that? So yeah, they're in here. They could survive it. Little largemouth. They're aggressive and happy to be biting anything in this type of condition. Festival fish. Forced perspective makes them appear a lot bigger. But just on a little trout magnet in very shallow creek. Let's get you back in, buddy. Slow motion.
Well, that's going to do it for me with fishing today. But by all means, please enjoy some of the tasty tunes. It was a fun day. Enjoy the music, and until next time, keep on fishing.
just a cloud of smoke, a lump inside my throat. I hold on to you, unbroken bones and glue. She waits so patiently, she reminds me how to breathe. My mind is haunting my head, but it feeds on me and my dread. My heart is open for change, communicate to my brain. Oh no,
I never see so many losers. They don't think that I have not tried. Find out my hand to take me home, set up. Ooh, baby, do you think that you can? I think maybe you look like you can stop it. You can love me like a I'll pull the rock on like my back ain't got no kind of bone. 502 rock me one town, baby. Oh, like my backbone.
most recent songs.